I believe you can get to champ in 30 days. This here is the line of SSL. Represents the skill needed to win games at an SSL level. On the x-axis, you have hours spent in Rocket League, and on the y-axis, you have rank. If you draw a line from 0 hours, 0 rank, to SSL rank, 3000 hours, then technically, if you want to get to SSL, just spend 3000 hours on the game, right? Well, that's only half true. The thing is, if you focus on game sense or mechanics more, then it determines how fast you'll rank up. Therefore, say, if you focus 90% on game sense and 10 on mechanics, you'll rank up faster in the early stages, but then slower later on. However, if you go from 90% mechanics to 10% game sense, you'll go up slower in the lower ranks, but up higher in the higher ranks, as it's more mechanical. And imagine spending thousands of hours on game sense and not even staying at the back post. What this all means, and the claim that I'll make, is that if your target rank is lower, you can get there faster with less mechanics and more game sense. So that brings us back to the title. This is my ultimate protocol for how anyone can get from low ranks to champ. In 30 days, of course, and only 4 steps. There are only 4 things you need to know to get to champ in 30 days. First off, radius of coverage. That just stands for the area around your car, basically. Now, at base level, what you need to understand is that radius of coverage in Rocket League is different to any other game. You might think it's just a circle around yourself, but it actually looks more like this round seashell shape in front of your car. And this is because it's much easier to get a ball in front of you in Rocket League than one slightly to the side or behind you because of boost. There are higher levels of this, but if we're just going to champ, then my level 1 advice for you is that you probably have to stay distanced further from the play. Concept number 2 is your vision or field of view, which is just what you can see in front of you on your screen at any point of time. Because of the way that ball cam and car cam work, 2 players that are positioned in the exact same spot have completely different views of the field based on their vision, how they're using their camera, and all sorts of other things. Number 3, corners. Because corners are shaped so weirdly, the ball can bounce off them weird as well. I suggest that most lower ranks should stay away from corners, as the ball could bounce off unpredictably, and then you just whiff the ball and the opponent can easily counter and score in your net. Lastly, rotation. This is probably one of the most important ones because it depends on whether you can get back and save the ball after the opponent's counter, or if you can easily get to the ball when your teammate is passing to you. In Rocket League, you shouldn't be just sat in net all game or sat upfield all game. You should rotate between defending, goalkeeping, midfielding, and striking. So you go from defending to striking to midfield to defence, just like at Jack. And then the second man comes in and scores. This would be defence. At this point, you might be thinking, great, thanks for wasting my time. But you still need to learn mechanics like shooting, fast aerials, wall play, recoveries, and ground recoveries. Normal recoveries is things like redirecting your car, so air roll, and using power slide. Ground recovery is more of a speed flip and wave dash type of thing. Well, thanks for watching. Drop a like and a sub. See you in the next video.